Right, okay. So, any questions, guys? In the morning, we discussed about the SQL installations, right? How to install the SQL Server, and we discussed a lot of things, discussed a lot of components, lot of terminologies. Any doubts, any questions on that?
Nick, I have one question. Hello.
Yes, yes, please, Ravindra, please.
If I use the free edition in the production,
Hmm.
what are the challenges we will face? Any kind of limitations or anything?
Uh,
What will
I hope we already discussed this point in the morning session. Guys, what are the challenges, guys, if you use the free edition in the production environment? Can anyone tell me?
We
We
can't
will not
use.
get
Yes,
Microsoft support.
that is secondary. We have one more big challenge. This we highlighted in the morning, I guess,
Some
two,
of
three
the
times.
functionality will not
Functionality and all is different. It will work, no issues. But that is not the.
prod and
Yeah.
prod
Hmm.
and pre-prod. The
Yes.
both are same functionalities
Hmm.
will be worked, but when they are Microsoft company was checked yearly once
Very
for
good.
every
Auditing.
company,
Good.
or then
Very good. Yes.
they face the
Hmm.
challenges.
Legal challenges. Okay.
Yeah.
They will face
okay?
the legal challenges. Functionality wise, features wise, no issues, nothing. As I said, if you are using free product on the production, who will buy the Microsoft product?
Yes, yes, correct.
Don't, no one will buy the Microsoft product. No one will pay the lakhs. Then Microsoft cannot invest more amount, more money in the evaluation in the next coming features. It cannot introduce new features and all if it's free. Okay, so that is the main challenge, and that too, every year auditings will happen. Microsoft will go to all the companies, all the customers, those who are using. Okay, and he will do, Microsoft will do some auditing. If they found guilty, if you are using a free edition in the production, they will impose lot of penalties. Legally, you have to face lot of challenges. 10 times, 20 times of the price you have to pay.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the main challenge. Functionality wise, features wise, everything will work. SQL Server don't understand okay developer edition or else enterprise edition and all. As per the concept, if you map a developer edition to the application, it will work as a SQL Server, no issues. But the thing is, if you install free edition on the production environment, legally you have to face a lot of challenges. That is the main problem.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Anyone tried installing the SQL Server? No one?
Yes, after this class actually.
After this class or after the morning class?
No, after this one, the current one.
Okay, okay. So, how is your father now? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay
Okay,
actually.
okay, good, good.
He's recovering. Yeah. He
Okay.
is in ICU also.
I see you. What happened?
Oh. Actually, he had the brain surgery 5 years back, so he got a fit. So that's the reason.
Yeah, so sorry for that. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, please take care. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the morning. Okay, like in the morning we discussed the SQL installation, right? So you can see all the components are successfully installed. So how to validate whether installation is successful, guys? You can see here, okay, install successful. So that is the last screen you will get it. and what and all components are successfully installed. You can see the list of components, okay, whether they installed or they failed. If any of the component is failed, you can see here failed status and all, okay. So in this way you can able to validate the installation is successful or not, guys. Once you just close it, see, I'm just minimizing. See, if you see here, can I install one more instance, okay, during the other installation is in progress. I just initiated one installation. It is in progress. So in the meantime, can I install one more instance? Just guess it. You can see answer on the screen. Just guess it. So it is like in progress, it is installing. In the meantime, why to waste the time and all? Can I install one more? Can I initiate one more installation?
No, it seems it's a hidden state. It's
Very
not.
good. Very good. If you see here, until this window pops up, opened, this option will be grayed out. See, earlier in the morning session, okay, it was like this blue color text and all. So once it's opened like this, until this window is going to be closed, it will be in grayed out state, means you cannot install one more installation, okay, during the installation in progress. Okay, in case if you want to install multiple instances, you have to run PowerShell query. That too, it will install only one instance at a time. Once that is finished, it will install the second copy, third copy, like that. Okay, guys, this is one way of installing the SQL Server. Okay, in the morning, whatever we discussed, this is one way of installing SQL Server. Do you know how many ways we have to install the SQL Server, guys? How many ways? Can anyone guess how many ways we have to install the SQL Server? Any idea? Any guess? Rough guess? This is GUI way. Like that, any other option is there? Okay.
One command prompt method is also
With
there.
configuration.ini
Very good.
ini
Very
file.
good, Upsir. Very good. Very good, Ravindra. Good. So we have almost 5, 6 ways to install the SQL Server. One is GUI way. Okay. One is GUI way. We have almost 5, 6 ways to install SQL Server. First one is GUI based installation. Second one is command based, CUI based installation. Command user interface. CUI means command user interface. Third one is in the morning, if you remember, at the end of the installation, it will prepare one command. In which file it will store, guys? In which file it will store? Any idea? Anyone able to recollect? It will store in which file? What is the format of the file? Dot
.ini file.
ini. Very good. Okay, ini based installation. Okay, in case if you know how to write the query in the ini file, okay, so ini based installation also we have .ini. Next is slipstream installation. Next is sysprep installation. Next is PowerShell installation. So we have around 5, 6 ways to install the SQL Server. But Shanmukh, in the organization, which way will use? Will always use GUI based only. Shanmukh, I want to see how the other installations also. So if you are interested, generally no one will ask you, please install using command, please install using ini based, please install using slipstream, please install using sysprep. No. Slipstream means, for example, now maybe you are not able to get it. Every software will have updates, right? Every software will have updates, right? So SQL Server also will have updates. Microsoft will release these updates monthly or quarterly or yearly. So slipstream installation means you can install SQL Server with the latest update. Generally, after SQL Server installation, we'll do the patching. Patching means we'll apply the latest updates to avoid the vulnerabilities and all. In the slipstream, we can install SQL Server installation with the plus latest update. We can install at a time. Okay, we can install at a time. So this is called slipstream installation, guys. This is called slipstream installation. Right. And sysprep means, for example, you have 100 servers to install. There is a very new project. You have to install 100 servers, guys. So in that scenario, it's very difficult to install 100 servers at a time. So you can give some work to the Windows team. There are two phases here. Okay. Image preparation, image completion. There are two phases, image preparation, image completion. So image preparation, you can give it to Windows team. They will help you on that. Okay, whereas image completion you can do that. Sysprep installation, if you go and see the setup file, you can see, okay, here it will show you sysprep installation, like let me go to advanced. Okay, here you can see an option C, image preparation for a standalone. First step will be done by the Windows team, second step will be done by the DBA team. For example, if you want to install 100 copies or maybe multiple copies, 10 or 20 copies at a time, to minimize the workload, half of the portion of the installation will give it to Windows team. Half of the portion we will complete it. That is called image preparation and image completion. If you want to learn more about these kind of installation, we have already discussed in our channel. Okay, go to our channel, go to the search. Okay, you can simply search command based installation, command based installation, whatever you want, you can just search it. So you can see some videos previously, like see installing SQL Server 2017 using command, SQL Server 2008 INA based installation. Okay, like that, whatever. I only discussed all these things, but not now, not recently. 4 5 years back, I discussed all these things. Slipstream installation. If you want to learn more, I mean, no one will ask you again. Advanced slipstream, slipstream, and again advanced slipstream. Okay, you can see here sysprep installation. Okay, so whatever you want, you can just go and see here. Sysprep installation. See sysprep installation. How to do the sysprep installation and all. So all these things we discussed earlier. So if you want, you can just go through it. Okay, it will be very helpful for you. In case, but again, no one will ask you any kind of interview questions on this. People will follow only one way of installation. That is what? GUI based installation only. Clear, guys? Only GUI based. You should be okay, you should have more clarity on the geo-based installation. No one will ask you, hey, install SQL Server. But you should know that these are all the ways we have to install the SQL Server. If any of your seniors are installing SQL Server using command, you cannot go and ask what is that. Okay, you should have at least a basic idea. We can install SQL Server using command. We can install using INA based file. We can also install using Slipstream. We can also install SQL Server using sysprep. We can also use a PowerShell query to install the SQL Server. Command prompt query, PowerShell query, almost similar. Okay, in this way, these are all different ways of installing the SQL Server. See, I just closed that setup file, right? Now it will be enabled. So once the installation is completed for one SQL Server, then only I can install the second SQL Server copy. Until then, once you open the setup file, this will be grayed out so that you cannot proceed to install a new copy of SQL Server, guys. Is it clear? Any questions, doubts? Right. See, it will be enabled now. See, it was enabled. I just closed the file, right? That last installation setup file, right? Now it was enabled. In this way, we can able to install the SQL 2019, guys. Okay. So next is SQL 2022. How to install SQL 22. Guys, again, as I said, the process is same for every version. Okay. For 2000, for 2005 onwards, almost all the process is same. 2005, 8, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22, almost same. Plus or minus 1, 2 screens will be added. Okay, will be minimized, will be suppressed. That's it. There is no big difference between the uh, different versions of SQL Server installations, guys. Almost similar. You can able to understand. Same main concepts. Feature selection screen. Okay, and then feature selection. We have two types of features, right? Specific features, shared features. Feature selection screen is common, and service account is common, and authentication is common. Collation settings concept is common. Okay, what else? The services, service account, changing the service account is common. So almost like 4 5 main things are there during the installation. Feature selection, authentication, security, okay, and again adding the current user, collation settings, service account. So these are all the main 4 5 terminologies, okay, that the same concept, just interface will be different. You can imagine 20 years back SQL Server 2005. You can imagine the same kind of interface you cannot see 20 years back, right? Different interface will be there, but concept is similar, guys. Same kind of concept. Okay, so now what we will do is we'll install SQL Server 2022 with the custom service account. Okay, in the morning I just installed SQL Server with the default service account. Okay, now also I'll install with the default service account. Later I'll change the service account for 2022. Any version you can change. I'll show you the demo with the 2022, guys. Okay. Can I install SQL Server 2022 with this setup file? What is this setup file? Which version of setup file it is? Can I install 2022 using the same setup file, guys?
I
Guys,
guess we have to change that ISO image from
that's it. Very good. If you want to
virtual
see
machine.
War 2, you will just open War 2 movie. If you want to see Doom 3, you will just open Doom 3. So just a file, right? This is 2019 installation file. You can just install 2019 only. If you want to install 2022, again you have to change the setup file. This is not suitable for that. This is 2019 setup file only. Okay, so we can just close this one. And how to again change the setup file, guys? How to change the setup file? Anyone able to recollect the things? Now I want to attach 2022 instead of 2019. How to do that?
Go to storage.
Storage.
Setting,
Machine settings,
Items.
storage,
storage,
then
SQL Server
And disk.
2019 select.
Disk. We
okay,
have to select disk from the
Go
drop
to
down.
DVD, that one.
okay, and here,
Choose disk file.
Choose a disk file.
very good. Next, double click on the
2022
Here
select.
file. See, earlier it was 2019, right? Now it is showing 2022. So in this way, you can change the setup file, guys. Click OK. Now go to the server where I can see that 2022 now. Where I can see
This
that.
piece.
Downloads,
File
server
Explorer.
downloads.
Oh, downloads up, sir. You want to download?
File Explorer.
No, this PC.
This PC. Okay, go to this PC. It will be attached as a D drive. It will be attached as a D drive. See, SQL
D drive.
2022. What is the size of this file?
1.8 GB.
1.08 GB. Okay,
08
there is
GB.
difference between 8 GB and 1.08 GB. Okay. Now, again, same process. Open. Now, which file I have to open with run as admin?
Application.
Setup application
Setup.
type.
Application type. Right click. Run as
Run as
administrator.
administrator.
This time you have to guide me. I don't, okay, explain like in the morning session. In the morning we discuss a lot of things, right? So you have to guide me what things we have to choose while selecting. So no need to install .NET Framework for every version. .NET Framework will be only one component for the whole Windows machine. Shanmukh, for the 2019 install .NET Framework, right? Again for 2022 also we need to install .NET Framework, not required. That is a Windows component. Once you install, that will be useful for all the versions of SQL Server. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Hello?
Hello.
Right, okay. So let's wait. It is opening actually in the back end. Yeah, you can see here. This is your 2022 installation center. Okay, next. What I have to do? Tell me guys. Installation, very good. Next.
Candle installation.
New SQL Server
Then
standalone
new SQL Server
installation.
start.
Existing installation.
Yeah. You can see here which version you are installing. You can see here SQL Server 2022. Okay, next.
Developer edition.
1 minute. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay. Fine, okay. So developer edition we have to install. So in case if you have any product key, you can select here. Automatically the product will be populated here. Okay, go to next. Like the 2022 version will be more Azure integrated, guys. If you see here, this option is actually for Azure. Okay, pay as you go billing through Microsoft Azure. So more Azure integrated. So if you go to like 2022, like we have almost it is similar to the Azure kind of thing. So you can see like that. This is like in case if you have any product key. Generally for standard edition and enterprise edition, you need product key. So if you want to install standard edition, you'll give standard edition product key. If you want to install enterprise edition, you'll give enterprise edition product key. Based on that, the particular edition will be installed. So I want to install developer. So select the same and just go to next.
Product key will be generated automatically.
Automatically, yes. Based on the software in the organization, you will get the software, right? In that, you will have your product key. Right. So I accept the license terms. Next.
in requirements, they provide all that details, right?
Features and all, what and all features they need, okay, service account, collation settings, all these things they will provide. And one more thing, yeah, I'll explain during the service account. So show details, like as I said, you have to check, okay, whether these checks are successful or not. So we need to wait until the checks are going to be successful, and then you can go to next. Automatically it will go to next. Microsoft update, we don't need to select anything here. You can simply go to next. As I said, this needs in internet, in the organization servers doesn't have any internet. So you can just go to next. It is installing some set of files, guys, as I said. See, sometimes you will get like this, okay? If the network and all is not good, if any discontinuity is there in the network, okay, generally you can see that kind of pop up and again it will be reconnected, guys. In between, like during the practice, if the power is gone, or if the network is down, or if the router is rebooted, okay, in such scenarios generally you can see a kind of an error kind of thing on the screen. Okay, I'm again logging into the server. Right, so these are the checks. So we don't have any failed checks, passed and warning, so both are fine, no issues. Go to next. It's actually running since morning. After the class I didn't turn off this Windows server. So as I said, 2022 will be more Azure integrated. So if you want any Azure extension, you can select. I don't want any Azure extension. As of now, you don't understand what is Azure and all. So we have separate classes. So don't worry. Okay, we'll be discussing what is Azure region, resource group, subscription, tenant ID. Okay, all these things, principal ID, principal secret. You will get to know all these things slowly, guys. Okay. So I don't want Azure integration. So I just unselected that one. Right. Can you see the feature selection here, guys? What and all features we have to select? Can you tell me? Just try to recollect. What are the main
Database
important
engine.
features? Remember, database engine is very, very important main feature. If there is no database engine, there is no SQL server. Okay, this is the core engine to the SQL server. Without this engine, SQL server will not run. Next. Next.
Server replication,
Very good. Replication. Next.
Full
full
text
text and
Very
semantic.
good.
semantic.
Very good. Okay, full text. Can you see the shade features that we discussed earlier in the previous session? Can you see any kind of shade features? No, actually.
No.
So
Mm.
if you remember, you can see client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, SQL client connectivity SDK. Okay, can you see those kind of tools here? No. Okay, so you can simply ignore that shade features. Again, go to next. You remember in the morning we have 19,000 and we need 1700. So 19,000 minus 1700, you can see 17,000 now. Available free storage, not memory. Storage, see disk space requirements. Now 2022 needs 1400 MB to install SQL Server 2022. So again, 17,000 minus 1400. How much? Around 15,000 or 16,000 change. So now which instance I have to select, default or named? Type your answers in the chart quickly. Which instance I have to choose, default or named? Quickly, 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 quickly. Very goodly now. Quickly, 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 quickly. Others? That's it. Nagesh, Shivashankar, Ravindra, Omkar, okay, and Chanakya. Only 5, 6 people responded. What about others? And Leena. Only 5, 6 people responded, yes. Bhagya, Shravani, Prajna, Gauri, Raj, Ravindra responded, right? Okay. Fine, okay. So, except Leena, everyone said named instance, okay? Why named instance, guys? Why named instance?
Default is a computer name. Computer name is already used in
Very
2019.
good. Very
We
good.
can
Okay.
install 50 instances. In that
Good.
one is the default instance, another 49 is the named instances.
Very good. So default instance we have already installed in the previous session, in the morning session. So that port is closed now. So there is no option now. I have to install named instance only. Clear, Lena? Is it clear?
Yeah, actually, I got confused between the that change you said, no, that initially use case. So I got
Hmm.
confused. Yes, yes, that is named.
Okay. Fine. So I can give any name. Okay. SQL Server. Maybe you can give any name. As I said, this name will be mentioned in the build sheet by the application team as per their requirements. We'll change it. Okay. So we'll give the name. Maybe we can give SQL Server B60 SQL Server like that we can give. Okay. Don't include the version number because when you upgrade, it will still show you. Okay. B60. If you give SQL Server 2022 today, okay, fine, no issues. You can give the name. But tomorrow, after 1 year, you will upgrade from 2022 to 2025. But instance name will show you 2022. Okay, so it's not good thing to install the version, to mention the version in that instance name. Okay, B60 SQL Server. So just click here, automatically the ID will be created. With this ID, the folder will be created in this path. So I'll show you the folders and all. And in the morning, we discussed it, right? Already we installed one instance. In the morning, this box is empty. Now you see here, after the installation, now when we are installing second time, you can see already the default instance. MS SQL Server, instance name MS SQL Server means which instance it is. Default instance or named instance? Default. Always remember, if you see MS SQL Server means it's a default instance. Instance ID, what and all features you selected, which edition it is, which version it is, you can see. Now we are installing 2022. Again, if you open setup file after the successful installation of 2022, if you open for the third copy, it will show you the B60 SQL Server here in the next line. Okay, and the instance ID MS SQL 16.b60, I'll show you SQL Server. What and all features that you are installing, which edition, which the bill number. The bill number starts with dash for 2022. Bill numbers.
16.
Okay, 16.0.
16.
Yeah,
16.
good. Okay, so just go to next, guys. Right, so this is your service account screen, guys. Listen carefully. I'll create one service account, okay? As I said in the morning session, service account is nothing but one user account, okay? Because only users can log into the server, okay? Only user can log into the server. But which user you will give? I can give my own name as a service account, guys. I can give my own ID as a service account. But what is the challenge? Can anyone tell me if I give my own name, my own account, what is the challenge? Tell me, guys. I can give my name as a service account. I can give your name. I can give the company CEO name, anyone's name I can give as a service account. But what is the challenge? Can anyone guess what will be the challenge?
Others can't understand
No,
what
others
it
can
is.
understand. Easily they can understand. They will get to know this is a service account only. But there is a challenge. What is that? Guess it easily, you can guess it.
It should be existed before.
No, not like that. Next. Another try. Guess, 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 guess. Yeah. Try, guys. Okay, if I give my name, my account as a service account, my name as a service account, I can give Shanmukh as a service account. But tomorrow, if I change my company, now tell me, guys, is my account existed after changing the company? Are they going to keep
No.
my account active after changing the company? No. What is there to think? Any job, okay? If you are doing any job, XYZ job now, if you resigned, if you leave the company, they will delete your account. So if they delete my account, Shanmukh is the service account. I can use as a service account. If if they delete the Shanmukh account, the services will be down. The services that are running based on this service account will be down. That's why we don't encourage to keep any of the username as a service account. So we'll create a separate account which has to be existed permanently. That account name is called service account name. Is it clear, guys, now? The role of the service account is it will help you to write the data to the disk, read the data from the disk. So to enter into the disk, to enter into the various folders of the disk, to access various files of the disk, because it has to write, right? It should have write permission. It should have read permission. It should have delete permission. So that is the reason we'll manage this account as a sysadmin account, administrator account. Okay. So now listen carefully. I'll create one user account and then I will add this user account as a service account. But creating the user accounts will be done by which team? Can anyone guess? Creating the users, giving access to the users will be done by which team?
Security team.
Windows team.
Windows.
Okay, the account creation and all will be done by the Windows team. So now I'm just going to show you what they will do. Go to your server. Okay, open this shortcut lusr mgr.msc local user manager. L means local, USR means user, MGR means manager. Open this one, you will get one window. There you have to create one user account. Okay, I can give the user account name as like anything. You can give any name as user account, but generally you don't prefer names. Okay, personal names. Okay, but you can give your name also. So go to user section. There you can see only administrator. Okay, that is the reason you are able to log into the server using administrator account. All other accounts are disabled. You see here, down arrow, default account, guest account, WDA account, all these accounts are disabled. So you can use administrator account. That's why as it is active, you can able to log into this Windows machine. Now I have to create one user account. Right click, new user. Now here you will give the user account name. So instead of like human names, you can just try like this, SQL underscore. In the organization generally will prefer like this, PRD production, SVC underscore ACT, SQL prod service account. For stage, STG service account. For test, TEST, test service account. For QA service account. So for that every environment I'll create separate service account. So I'll use those service accounts. See, this whole account I can use for all the 100 servers or 1000 servers, guys. One account is enough. We don't create this account multiple times. I'll explain. There is a concept called a domain. So in the domain, you will get to know all these things. Domain controller, Active Directory domain controller. So as of now, I'm creating a local service account. Okay. This account I can use the same service account if I am installing 50 instances also. I can use it. No issues. Okay. So Control A, Control C. Full name you don't need to give. Okay, that's fine. No need to copy actually. That is enough. Password, you have to give a strong password like administrator, I told you, right? So ..123 is my strong password. As it is a service account, user must change password at next login should be disabled, guys. User cannot change password, password never expires. Okay, the service account password can never expire, guys. If the service account password is expired after 3 months, generally in the organization, what will happen, every 45 days or 90 days, they will set up one policy, your account password will be expired. So if your service account password is expired, sometimes SQL service will be down. So this is a mistake generally people will do. Okay, to avoid this mistake, what we will do, what Windows team has to do, they have to select this option, password never expires. Otherwise, sometimes SQL server will be down. In the interviews, they will ask you what might be the reason. My SQL server is down. What might be the reason? What might be the reason, guys? If the service account password is expired in such scenarios also, because it cannot log into the drives. If it cannot log into the drives, it cannot access the databases. If it cannot access the databases, SQL server will not be up and running. So that is the challenge. That is the reason for the service account. We'll select these two options, guys, and then create it. Okay, and then close it. So now account is created. But we have to do one more thing. This is just a user account, normal account. This is just a normal account. Okay, so I have to make this account as an administrator, local administrator. Then only it can log into multiple drives. It can read the data. It can write the data. It can update the data. It can delete the data. Whatever it can do that. For that, it needs an administrator permissions. How to give administrator permissions? Go to groups and then go to administrators group. These are all different groups. And then you see here members. Members currently only one member is there. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that member? Administrator. That administrator only you are using to log into the server. Those who are all part of this administrators group, they are all local administrators. They can do anything. Are you getting the point, guys? Those who are all part of this group, administrators group, they are the local administrators. They can do anything they want, like restarting the server, deleting the files, anything. No one can control him. Okay, so now I am going to make the service account as a local administrator. Click add and give the account name. What is the account name, guys? SQL_PRD. No need to give complete name, just give this name. Sometimes you will get it automatically. If not, again you just give the complete name. PRD SVC_ACT. Just check names. See, you will get it. What is this in front of the account? What you can see? What is this? Can anyone recognize this name? Guess, any guess what is this name? Server name, very good.
Computer
Windows
name.
machine name.
Computer name.
Yeah, machine name, computer name. Okay, you can see computer name / your service account name. Click OK. And then apply and then OK. Now this account become local administrator, guys. Okay, now the service account become local administrator. As I just added this account into the administrators group. Now what we have to do, we are ready, we are good now. We can directly change the service account. How to change the service account during installation? Select this drop down. Click on the browse. And then what name you gave, guys? What name you gave? As a service account, SQL_PRD, right? SVC ACT. You can just try to give this name, automatically it will come. If it is not coming, you can just type complete name, SQL_PRD SVC ACT. Just check names. You will get it like this and click OK. See, earlier what name you can see here, guys? Earlier you can see some NT service name and all. NT service, these are all default service accounts. Now I just changed the service account. See, computer name / service account. Just copy this, Control A, Control C. I can give the same service account to see. These two are very important services, especially this database engine service is very important. So that is the reason you have to change the service account of database engine, Control V. While creating this account, you gave one password, right? You remember? That password you have to give here. If password is wrong, SQL server will not start, guys. So you have to give the correct password. Startup type. What is the startup type? When you restart the Windows server, how the SQL server will start? Whether it will start automatically or you have to start manually. Which one is good, guys? Automatic or manual? When you restart the Windows server, there will be some SQL services will be there, right? Those services has to be start automatically or manually we have to go and start it. Which one is good?
Automatically.
Automatically is good. Then again, who will go and check the SQL services are up and running or not? Who will start? Okay, so automatic, we'll set it up as automatic. This browser and all, what it will do, I'll explain, okay, during the services discussion. So collation is same SQL Latin 1 general CP1 CIAS. So in this way, we can use the service account, custom service account. Virtual service accounts by default you will get it during the SQL installation. If you don't want virtual, generally we don't need virtual. Why I'll tell you, because virtual is not so powerful like this local administrators and all. So that is the reason we will prefer to give our own service account. Okay, and we'll follow the same service account concept for all the server. By mistake, if someone deleted this account, if 100 SQL servers are running on this account, all 100 SQL servers will be down. Very, very risky. If 1000 SQL servers are running, all 1000 SQL servers will be down if anyone deleted this account or if anyone removed this account from the local administrators group. Is it clear, guys? Service account, the role of service account. Because without service account, it cannot read the data, it cannot write the data, so it cannot log into the drive. If it cannot log into the drives, it cannot recognize the SQL files. If it cannot recognize the SQL files, it cannot start the SQL server. Is it clear? Importance of service account, guys.
Yes.
Okay, so next is collation settings. So collation, I'll keep it as it is. I don't want to change. Remaining all are same. Okay, that's it. Go to next.
Do we have any chance to it lock the password and that impacts the server
Do we have any
logins?
chance of getting locked?
Password
Yes,
gets locked.
yes, there is a chance. Now I created the account, right? Actually, I created an account. I know the
Mm.
password. I can log into this Windows machine using that account. So sometimes there is a chance that
Mm.
account gets locked if you don't properly sign off from the server. You can even use service account also to log in into the Windows machine. But if you don't properly come out, sorry, if you don't properly come out, you don't properly log out, the account will be locked. If the account is locked, again SQL services will be down, guys. Very risky. Okay. So now which one I have to choose now? In this section, which one I have to choose? Guess it. This screen is actually for security. Okay. Who can access, who can connect to the SQL server? Okay. So which option I have to select here? Try to recollect. Which option?
Mixed.
Mixed mode,
It is
no.
mixed.
Mixed mode and all that we didn't discuss it actually, the authentication mode. I'm just asking here to whom you are going to give the permissions. Okay, this will be discussed in the security, I said. So don't worry about the authentication modes. You just leave these two things. Okay, I'm just asking here which account you have to add during the installation.
The one we have created, I guess. The
Yeah,
service.
that
Service
is one
accounts.
thing. Yeah, service account also should be able to connect to the SQL server. And one more. One more is your DBA
Administrator.
team. Administrator, current
DBA.
User
user.
account.
Current user and your DBA
User account.
team. Your DBA team, you have to add the whole DBA team. Click on the add button. Give the DBA team. As of now, we didn't create any team. In the coming sessions, I'll show you how to create the groups and all. That time I'll create a DBA group and then I'll add. And you can also add service account SQL underscore PRD underscore SVC, because it has to connect to SQL server and it has to connect to the disk. So that is the reason. So it should have local administrator permissions, it should have sysadmin permissions in the SQL server. So you can add service account also here. Okay, so like this it will be added. So data directories and all, like this it will be added. So data directories and all, you can leave it for now. Okay, again we'll discuss the other scenario. Like for that you need to know what is data file, what is log file, what is a log. Okay, why we have different paths. So all these things will be managed in the internals. So you don't worry. Temp DB, what is temp DB, what is max DOP, what is memory, what is file stream. Slowly you'll get it. File stream, these things will be discussed in the performance tuning. Temp DB, max DOP, memory will be discussed in the performance tuning. File stream is nothing but video related content. For example, Netflix, YouTube. If you want to store video related content, you can enable this file stream. Okay, it will be helpful for the video related content websites. So that's it. I didn't change anything. I just added the accounts here. Go to next. That's it. This is the last screen. See, the same thing we discussed in the morning for almost 3 hours. Now, done. How much time? Hardly 40 minutes. Right now, what it will do? What is this? It will actually create a command. That command will be stored in which file?
Configuration file.ini.
Yes. What is the action? Action is equal to install. If you are installing SQL Server, action is equal to install. If you are patching SQL Server, action is equal to patch. If you are removing the patching, action is equal to remove patch. If you are uninstalling, action is equal to uninstall. If you are upgrading, action is equal to upgrade. So like that, you can see based on the action, you can able to identify whether it is the installation or any other task. So keep it as it is. I'm not doing anything. I'm not changing anything. Even you cannot change also. Okay. Just expand and you can see the features and all. That's it. Go to next and click on install button. That's it. So now it is installing, guys. Now in the morning, it took some time, right, to install. This time it don't take that much time, okay, because already shared features and all installed. So only specific features will be installed. So this is how we can install the SQL Server, guys. With the service accounts. Okay, as I said in the morning, I'll show you how to install SQL Server with the service account. So with service account, we just discussed. So this is how the installation will be managed, guys. Any questions, doubts so far, please?
If the service account password gets locked, what is the process to unlock it? Means we'll have to connect
We
with
don't
Windows team
unlock. We don't
to
unlock. We have to check with Windows team only. As I said, account creation, lock, unlock will be done by Windows team only. We will not have
the
permissions to do
service
this.
management account as well.
Every account will be managed by Windows team only. Now, maybe it will not be clear. I'll tell you there is an advanced concept called domain servers, domain active directory. That time you will get an idea.
Shanmugh, if I get the request to install the 2022 server in a production server,
Mm-hmm.
for the software license software, I should ask the manager, or can I directly download or something I can do?
Directly, how you can able to download?
So, no, in building Microsoft website, not possible. That is
No,
need
not
to ask
possible.
manager.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, they will give. He will give.
Yes, he
Right?
will give. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I guess in last to last session you told that they will give us the shared drive location where the softwares will be available to install on
That's what they will give
the
the
server.
software.
That was different.
That will be there. Software's path will be there. Common shared path will be there. Using that common shared path only will access softwares, tools, scripts and all. That path you have to get the access. Generally,
Okay.
Windows team will provide the
And the
access immediately. If there is no access, you have to request your manager. Manager will request Windows team. Windows team will provide the access. Or directly you can sometimes depends on the organization. Sometimes you can directly go ahead and raise a request to the Windows team. They will open the particular path and all, the shared path and all.
okay, so from there we can install if we want to install the 2020 the Ravindra
Anything.
asked that
Simply
question.
you will get access.
Oh,
Simply you will get
okay.
access to the softwares folder. In that softwares you'll have 2019, you'll have 2022, you'll have 2017, you'll have 2016.
Anything, yes.
Whatever you want, you will simply copy that file.
Mhm.
Again, as I said, War 2 movie, Doom 3 movie, whatever you want, just you will just copy that particular movie and then you are going to copy to the server from the shared path and then you can directly install. Based on your requirements, the file will be changed. If it is a 2019, the 2019 file you will copy. If it is a 2022 file you will copy. So like that, based on the requirements, the file will be changed.
Yeah. So standard processes we will take the softwares from that shared drive once we get the
Correct.
access
Yes.
to do anything.
Yes. So we'll wait for some time. Okay. So let it be. It will install, guys. because the server became slow. Maybe if I reboot, it might help us. So otherwise, by this time it will be installed. Okay. So now I installed 2019 and 2022. Correct? I installed 2019 and 2022. So where I can see those instances? How to connect to those instances? How to connect to those instances, guys? Which tool I have to use to connect to the instances? Tell me, can anyone guess?
SSMS.
Very good. I have to use SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. So based on the Management Studio, I can able to, okay, connect to the instances, SQL Server. Otherwise, I cannot connect, guys. If I don't install Management Studio, I cannot connect, okay, to the SQL servers. So SQL Server Management Studio is a client, okay, it's a client server architecture generally in the softwares, every software, okay, every software will have the particular, what is that? What is that, guys? Every software will have what? Tool, okay, client. So using that client, you can connect to that particular software. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to download one client. Okay, we have to download one client. So that client will actually help you to install the Management Studio. And once the Management Studio is installed, then only you can able to connect to the SQL servers that are running in this Windows machine, guys. Is it clear now? So what we have to do now, I have to install one tool called Management Studio. Once Management Studio is downloaded, then we can install. Okay, it's free actually, no need to pay anything for Management Studio. So based on that, you can able to, okay, install Management Studio, and then you can able to connect to the SQL servers. Yes, I'll show you that one. Okay, so let it complete first, because you can see here the resource utilization went up to 100%. That is the reason server is responding very slow. So don't worry, okay, it will be completed. Once this is done, we can go ahead and we can install SSMS, guys.
So, is there any convention that you follow to create passwords?
Convention, what is that?
Because we'll keep on what technique you use. I mean, we'll keep on creating passwords while we install SQL servers.
Why we will
So,
keep on creating the passwords? Where we created the passwords?
for the service account, well,
That we don't keep on create, right? That will be managed by the Windows team, right?
oh, okay,
Account creations
fine,
and all
fine.
will be managed by the Windows team only. They will only manage. They are going to manage the accounts, passwords, everything. Okay.
Okay.
Let's wait for some time, guys. Maybe you will get to know once this is installed. Okay, we'll install Management Studio, and then I'll show you how to connect to the SQL Server using Management Studio. Then you'll get an idea. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask me. If the resource utilization is actually less, then I guess by this time it will be already installed, guys, because the CPU is 50 per 100%, so it's responding very slowly. So this is the live example. In case if any of the CPU or memory touches 100% or 90%, the server will become slow, guys. This is the perfect example. Okay, so this is also one of the reason. Okay, in the meantime, what we can do, let it be. In the meantime, we can download Management Studio. Okay, downloading we can do in the local laptop, so it don't create any pressure on the server. So as I said, we need one tool to connect to the SQL servers. That tool is called Management Studio. Okay, we need a tool. We need a tool to connect to the running instances or running SQL servers. Okay, we need a tool to connect to the running instances. So that is called SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. So SQL Server Management Studio, we have to download. Actually, in the organization, again, we'll use the same shared path, guys. In the organization, again, we'll use the same shared path. Already download, someone will download and they will keep to the shared path. But here we don't have any shared path, right? We have to download it locally from the internet, and then we can copy that file to the server, and then there we can install the particular Management Studio, guys. Okay, so how to download that Management Studio? Go to this, go to Google, simply download SQL Server Management, SQL Server Management Studio. Just go to the Microsoft website, learn.microsoft.com. Go to this Microsoft website. Okay, if you go down, you can see different versions of Management Studio. Okay, you can just go down. You can see different versions of Management Studio. See, download SSMS 21. You can see here. Or if you want to download previous versions, so that also you can do. Okay, so just let me click on this SQL Server download SSMS 2021. So let's see whether it's downloading or not. Already showing like this. Okay, we'll do one thing. It's actually downloading Visual Studio.
Can he install any version of
Any version of
SSMS?
Management Studio. I'll tell you, yeah. If you already have SQL 21 installed, you can install another version alongside. Click on this. Let me check whether we have the previous version. To use Bootstrapper, you can download the run Bootstrapper file for SSMS from the existing article or religious article. SQL Server. See here the previous versions. Okay, you can download anything. Generally, in the sometimes the interviews they will ask you which version of SSMS you are using, guys. Technically, I said like as I said earlier, they cannot. Technically, they will ask interview questions, but to find whether you are genuine or fake, sometimes they might ask you the version of SSMS also. SSMS version is different. SQL Server version is different. Don't get confused. Don't mix. SQL version will be 14.0, 15.0, 16.0, 17.0 like that. SSMS version will be, say, no need to remember all these things. You can just remember 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20.1, okay, 21.2, 1. So like that, you can just tell any number. Okay, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to install maybe 20.2.1. Just let me open this. Okay, see here, SSMS setup file. It's downloading. See the size is sometimes even surprisingly they will ask what is the size of the SSMS setup file. You cannot guess. Okay, what kind of questions they will ask. See the size is 473 MB. That's why I'm highlighting all these things. They might ask you the SSMS. Not every interviewer, but few interviewers, very rarely out of 100 or out of 200, one guy will be there to trouble you. So you cannot again face any challenges with him. So that is the reason I'm highlighting all these things, guys. Okay, so we are downloading SSMS. Once the SSMS is downloaded, we'll copy to the server and then we'll install the SSMS in the server. In the meantime, the SQL Server installation is going on. Okay, so let it download the Management Studio 20.0. Once it's downloaded completely, then we can go ahead and we can copy this SSMS to the new server. We can install. SSMS installation is nothing, just one install button will be there, only one install button. Just click on the install button, that's it, it will be installed automatically. No need to select any options. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. Okay, and then once it's installed, we'll connect to the SQL servers, guys. So let it be, let it download. So once this is downloaded, we'll copy the software to the
Shanmugh, any compatibility concept
no
between the SSMS
compatibility.
and the
I'll tell you actually,
Okay.
I'll explain. There is a class on SSMS. I'll explain. Okay, don't worry. So maybe
Okay.
next
Okay,
class
thanks.
I'll try to explain on that. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, it's almost installed, guys. So what I can do, I can just click on this folder. So I'm just clicking on that so that I can see that file. This one, and then list view, not details. I want list view. Okay. कहाँ से पन्ना गुडलू मनी मनी कहाँ से पन्ना गुडलू मनी मनी demo the okay, fine. Okay, so you can see here downloaded folder. It just downloaded. You can right click copy, just copy, and you can go to the server and you can just paste it here, guys. If I paste now, it might become very slow. Okay, in the server something is going on, right? Let it complete once. Once this is finished, I'll copy that particular SSMS and I'll paste it here. Once done, we'll initiate the SSMS installation, guys, after the break. Okay, I'll give you the break for 10-15 minutes. Then we can go ahead and we can install the management studio. So let's wait for some time. We'll see once it's completed, then we'll copy and then we'll go for a break. Why people are dropping? Why?
Shall we go for a break?
We'll go for a break. We'll once this is done, we'll copy the SSMS. For that also it will take time, right? So in the meantime, we'll go for a break.
Go.
Okay, it is taking time. We'll do one thing, let it be. We'll copy the SSMS file also. We'll paste it here. So in the meantime, it will be copied. So we'll go for a break and we'll be back after maybe 15 minutes like that. Okay, why to waste our time? So I'm just pasting on the screen, like desktop guys, in the server. I'm just pasting on the desktop. So in the backend, it will copy the SSMS, let it copy. Okay. And also the SQL installation will be like, it will in progress, it will be in progress. So it will take some 10-15 minutes time. So no problem. So we'll connect after 15 minutes. Okay. Just be in the call. Okay. No need to disconnect. So I'll be back after 15 minutes, guys. Okay. Yeah. I'll be back in 15 minutes. You can take break and you can come back after 15 minutes, guys.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue. See, whenever you install the SQL Server, at the end of the installation, sometimes you'll get a pop-up like this. Okay, what is the pop-up? What it is saying? One or more affected files have operations pending. Okay, you must restart your computer after the setup process is completed. As I said in the previous session, before installing the SQL Server, after installing the SQL Server, what you have to do, guys? What you have to do? You have to restart the Windows Server. So it is also saying the same thing. One or more affected files have operations pending. Okay, so what you have to do for that? You have to restart the computer. It's a best practice. So now you can see that SQL 2022 installation is also completed, and you can see install successful. Okay, in this way you can able to validate whether installation is successful or not. So now what we can do is, let's install SSMS. We just copied the SSMS, we didn't install the SSMS, right? So we installed SQL Server 2019, and we also installed SQL Server 2022 here. So now what we have to do to connect to these instances 2019 or 2022, we need one tool called Management Studio. Okay, so we have the Management Studio. Let's close this first, and then I'll show you how to connect. Once this is done, I'll show you how to validate installation related errors. Okay, where to check the installation related errors and all. In general, what kind of issues you might get it. Okay, so that also will be discussed slowly, guys. Okay, so now let's wait for this to be completed. So let me close that one. Right, so for the better performance, as I said, let's reboot this Windows machine, guys. Otherwise, what will happen, when you are trying to let it be closed, okay, let it be closed, this window. Otherwise, okay, it will show you like installation in progress only. Okay, now it was closed and you can see the feature is enabled. So this is the SSMS. You can close this setup file completely. Now we don't need this setup file, and we have already copied SSMS, right? Let me open this SSMS file with run as administrator. If I want to install, I can open this file with run as administrator. It will be installed generally, or else it will show you an option called restart option. Okay, so that you can just do that. I'll show you that one. Okay, it's easy, guys. Installing SSMS is very easy. There will be no extra options or something to be selected. Only one button will be there, that is install button or cancel button. Okay, so that I'll show you, guys. Okay, it is again disconnected. Let's wait for a minute. So you can see install button. Sometimes in place of install, it will show you restart button also, guys. Okay, if it is showing restart button, just click on restart button, no issues. Okay, and then again, once the restart is done, again open the SSMS. You can see install button, just click on install button, guys. Okay, once this is done, what we can do is, okay, we can connect to the particular SQL servers. Let it complete. Okay, so now we'll discuss a small concept. So when you install SQL Server during the installation, okay, generally during the installation, there is a chance that installation can be failed. So how to troubleshoot the installation failures? How to troubleshoot installation failures? So there are few areas that you have to check to find out the installation related errors and all. So what are those installation failures, guys, where we can see? So remember, the first option is, okay, you have to check summary.txt file, okay, to find out the installation logs. Installation logs. Okay, first file that you have to do, you have to check is summary.txt file. Actually, after the installation, I was just forgot to highlight at the end of the successful installation screen, in the below of the particular window you saw, right, install successful, below to that there is an option called summary.txt file. So in the summary.txt file, generally, in case if your installation is failed, the first source that to monitor the logs is your summary.txt file. So generally it will be there at the end of the installation setup. Once the installation is failed or succeeded, you can see the last screen, right? So there you can see, or else you can also open like this, okay? Open my computer in your server, in your Windows machine, open my computer. Oh, come on, it is having some issue. Just a minute, it is just reconnecting. It will show you like this: connection attempt 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, 5 of 5. Once the limit is done, then it will be disconnected automatically. Then again we can try reconnecting it, okay? In the meantime, you can also check whether server is running or it was down or someone restarted the server. So like this, if it was down, you can see stopped state, powered off state. Okay, so like this also you have to check whether it is running or not. If it is running, then only I can connect to the server remotely, otherwise I cannot connect. Okay, right. So now I just opened this PC, right, to open the setup file. So this PC you can see here almost the same. Okay, this PC, C drive, okay, program files. Whenever you install any software, it will create a folder with that software name in the program files. Go to program files. So we install which software, guys? We install which software? Which software we install just now?
SSMS.
SSM.
No,
SSMS.
SSMS is running currently. Okay, which we installed in the morning and now.
SQL Server
SQL Server.
2022.
See, it just created a folder with that particular software name, Microsoft SQL Server. Open this folder. I'll explain again, okay? So about this path and all. So till this path, this is called instance root directory, instance base directory, instance root directory, and instance binaries. Okay, so till which path, guys? Till this C program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Till this path you can call to the instance base directory, first instance base directory. If you go inside the instance base directory, then you can able to find out the instance root directory. Inside that you can see the binaries. Okay, I'll show you all those folders and all, because you should be familiar with the terminologies, guys. They might ask you, or in the documents, in the books and all, it will mention, okay, go to instance binaries, go to instance root directory. If you don't know what is root directory, what is binaries and all, it will be a problem, right? So I'm just explaining, guys. Instance base directory is different. So the base where the Microsoft SQL Server folder is created, okay, instance base directory is different. And if you open instance base directory, you will have instance root directory, guys. Okay, so let's wait. In the backend, it is trying to open. So because I am doing lot of things, right, the server became too slow, and even in the morning, I just started till now, I didn't restart it, so it becomes too slow. So let's wait for some time. If not, we'll reboot the server. See, the memory utilization, the CPU utilization should be down. Either it can be 50%, 60 or 70%, so it has to vary. But since 15-20 minutes, like it is ticking, okay, it is just spiking at 100% only. So in this scenario, the utilization will be down. So other applications that we install in this Windows machine cannot be accessible sometimes. Okay, so we have to wait until the resource utilization is going to be down. Okay, so now you can see here in the backend, it just opened, right? This path is called dash. What is this path called? Can anyone guess?
It's
Instance
binary.
base directory. First one is instance base directory. Okay, so what is the instance base directory path, guys? Okay, control V. Up to here, it is instance base directory. C program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Inside, if you go, there are two folders. Okay, two types of folders, guys. One is numbering folder, second one is naming folder. So the naming folder you can call it as a instance root directory. If you go to see, if you see here, technically there are two naming folders. One is MSSQL 15, MSSQL Server. Second one is MSSQL 16, B60 SQL Server. What is the difference between these two folders? Can anyone help me to crack?
One is for 19 version,
SQL
another
Server
one is
2019,
20.
2022.
So when you install default instance, what kind of folders will be created? With what name the folders will be created?
MS SQL Server.
SQL Server.
MSSQL Server. Okay, you can see answer. So this is MSSQL Server. If you see MSSQL Server means default instance installed. No need to connect to SQL Server. From the SQL Server also you can find out. But without connecting to the SQL Server itself, you can easily identify how many instances are installed. Now can you tell me in this machine how many instances are installed? You can guess the answer.
Two instances.
Two. How can you identify? How to identify? You can see here for one instance, you can see one folder is created. For another instance, another folder is created. So like that, if you are installing multiple versions of multiple instances, you can see different folders will be created with the instance name. So in this way, you can able to identify, okay, which version it is, or whether it's a default instance or named instance. Everything you can able to identify, okay, with the help of this particular instance root directory and all. Okay, so let's wait for a minute. It is taking like this. Okay, let's wait for 1 minute. Okay. Now you can see here, guys. Now you can see two folders are created, right? Two folders are created. Which version it belongs to? Can anyone tell me which version these two folders belongs to?
MSSQL 15 belongs to 2090 and
Very good.
MSSQL
Very good. So now without connecting
6
to
belongs.
SSMS, we get to know how many instances are installed in this first thing. What are the instance name? Whether it's a default instance or named instance, which version it belongs to. See, simply by looking these two folder names. MSSQL 15, 15 means what? 15.0, 2019. 16.0, 2022. So we get to know the versions. MSSQL Server means default instance. Here you can see one name means named instance. So you can see the default instance or named instance you can see. Okay, so in this way you can able to identify the version, type of instance. Okay, all these things very easily using these folder names, guys. Okay, so just open. So if you go inside this particular folder, so you can see that instance root directory. This path we can call it as instance root directory, guys. So just a minute, it's loading. Maybe if I reboot the server, it will be helpful. But again, lot of things are in progress in the background, so that's why I'm not rebooting. So let's bear to in the next class onwards. I'll try to reboot before every class. So this path is called dash. This path is called instance root directory. Okay, the path name is this one, the format. And then finally we have dash instance binaries. So binaries means numbering folders. Okay, numbering folders. Those are called binaries. Okay, go to the server and then here you can see one thing. Okay, just you can see here. Okay, this is your instance root directory. Just come out. You can see here. This is instance root directory of 2019 instance. MS SQL 16 is the instance root directory of 2022 instance. Right, now you see the folders here 80, 90, 110, 150, 160. So what is the highest folder? You remember during the initial sessions we discussed about the bill number, that time 15.0, 150, 12.0, 120, 11.0, 110, like that we highlighted, right? So those 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, these are all the folders that gets created when you install the SQL Server. The highest folder means by just looking at this highest folder, you can easily blindly you can tell SQL Server 2022 installed in this machine. Okay, by just looking the highest number of the folder, okay, you can easily identify SQL Server 2022 install, because I can see 160. 160 means 2022, right? So this folder, if you go inside this path, you can call it as a instance binaries. Okay, this path you can call it as a instance binaries. So instance binaries also will help you on that. Okay, clear, guys? If you go inside this any of the numbering folder, okay, if you go inside any of the numbering folder. This path you can call it as an instance.
When we install SQL Server 22 without 2000, not 2019, then 2019 also included in that SQL
No,
Server
no, actually the
2022.
folder gets created. Okay, the folder first actually we installed which version? 2019 only, right?
2019.
That time it should
Yeah.
create this one, right? 150 folder, right?
Yeah.
That time, see, when you install a version, that time it will create a folder with that particular version. Okay,
Okay.
next time if you are installing another version, again one more folder with that will be created with that particular version number. Okay, so you cannot just identify 160. If you install 150, you will get it. Okay, generally no. What folders you will get, 90, 80, 90, 100, only these folders will come for every version. Remaining other versions you can see, okay, SQL Server 160, which is a latest version. So this path is called dash. Numbering folders is called binaries,
Instance
instance
binaries.
binaries. Okay, so this is how it will look like. This is the format. Sometimes your manager will ask you, hey, go to instance binaries and check. Hey, go to instance root directory and check. Hey, go to your SQL Server and check. So there is a chance that, okay, what kind of versions and all installed. Okay, so using this numbering folders and all, we can able to identify, guys. So now you can see this is inside the 160 folder. So now let's go back actually, and then what we can do is, okay, so just wait for a minute. It's loading, I guess. Okay, so let's go inside these folders. It is taking time to install the SSMS. Let it be, no issues. Go to this. Okay, go to any of the folders. See, I want to see the 2019 installation related logs. If I want to see 2022 installation related logs, I can go to this folder. If I want to see 2019 related logs, go to this folder, 2019 folder. Open this folder and then MS SQL. This is your, actually this is your data file, log files and all will be stored here. I'll tell you. Okay. And we have one more path. We can go with the binaries actually. Just take time. Next time I have to restart it before the class. Okay, so here you can see different files, folders and all. So the importance of each file I'll tell you guys slowly. I'll tell you. Okay, so just come back to this place and then go to 150 folder. Slow, too slow, too slow. Okay, so just go to either 160 or if you want to see 2022, just go to 2022, which is 160 folder. Inside that, you can see one folder called setup bootstrap folder. See here, setup bootstrap folder. Just go inside this setup bootstrap folder. Okay, so here if you go inside this setup bootstrap folder, okay, so now if you see here inside that bootstrap folder, you can see log. Well, it is taking a lot of time. Just wait for a minute, okay? Please don't mind. Loading very slowly. See here, summary.txt file. Okay, so you just remember this path. In the interest, they will ask you. So where we can see the summary.txt file, instance base directory, inside that binaries, and inside that setup bootstrap folder, inside that log folder, it will create. Okay, it will create uh, naming convention folders, guys. Okay, folders with the date and particular time. You can see here 2025 10/25 today's date. 25 10 25 and 7:40 in the morning. You can see this is your 7:2 in the morning. So this is your summary file. Just open the summary file. I'll show you how it look like. Okay, there you can see whether installation related errors there are not. Okay, using the summary file. Okay, so this is how the summary.txt file will be opened, guys. Now you can see here, it will confirm you whether installation is successful or not. Right, you can see the file like this. Okay, action is equal to install And when passed, see final result passed, but reboot required. If it is failed, you can see failed. Okay, if it is showing passed means you can see it was successful, and you can see requested action. And if you go down, in case if any errors are there, you have to go to this particular notepad or document, and you have to check the logs manually like this. Right, so like this it will be look like. So in case if any feature is failed to install, you can see why, which feature is failed to install, why it's failed to install, and all everything you can see here in this particular file itself. Okay, so summary.txt file mainly will help you to find out the installation related errors. Remember, while installing SQL Server, while upgrading the SQL Server, while removing the SQL Server, while patching the SQL Server, in all these scenarios, summary.txt files will be created. Right, guys? Is it clear? So now it will tell you, okay, what is the error and all, where is the error and all. If you go down, you can able to read what is the problem, where is the problem, why it is failing to install. So initially, this is a self-check kind of thing. You can just go and check, and then you can take the action accordingly, guys. Clear? Summary.txt file, is it clear? If you don't find the summary.txt file, I mean to say, if there is no summary.txt file, okay, so what you have to do is you have to use your this one, some detail.txt, one more file called detail.txt, guys. Okay, there is one more file called detail.txt. So in that detail.txt file, you can see the logs. So just a minute, it is loading actually. So once the SSMS installation is done, I can show you that detail.txt file also. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time to open that particular folder. It's almost in the middle, right? It might take a lot of time. Okay, fine. Let me try to open the detail.txt. Okay, so the first place to see the installation logs. Can anyone tell me the first place to see the installation logs? Tell me, guys.
Instance binary.
Summary.txt file. The second place to see the installation logs. Detail.txt file. Okay, to find the installation logs. And the third place is event viewer application logs. So how to see those application logs, I'll tell you. Okay, event viewer application logs. So these three are main important areas you have to check for the failures of the installation. Not only for the installation, okay, patching, remember all these scenarios, patching slash remove patching slash upgradation slash uninstallation. Okay, see here how to troubleshoot installation, patching, remove patching, upgradation, uninstallation failures. For all these five, installation 1, patching 2, remove patching 3, upgradation 4, uninstallation 5, for all these, okay, for all these failures or success, whatever it is, installation, patching, remove patching, upgradation, uninstallation. So for all these failures, you can see the logs here. The first place is summary.txt file. Okay, and the second place, if you don't find enough information here, you can check detail.txt file. There also, if you don't find enough information, you can see even your application logs. So these are all the three main areas that we will help, or that will initiate the troubleshooting. Okay, what's happening and all while installing the SQL Server, everything you can able to get the detailed logs using these particular logs, guys. Is it clear, everyone? So if anyone is asking how to find out the patching related errors, my patching is failing, where you will check? What is your answer? I'll check in the summary.txt file first. If not, I'll check in the detail.txt file. Where these files will be located? Can anyone guess where these files will be located? Where these files will be located?
Instance binaries.
Instance binaries inside that setup bootstrap folder. Setup bootstrap folder is very, very important. Okay. So let me go to this folder. I'll just copy paste that path so that you can make utilize of this particular path and all. Still taking a lot of time. Okay, summary.txt file, right? So go inside any of the folder files, guys. Go inside any of the folder files. So there you can see the detail.txt file. Inside the date and timestamp folders, you can see detail.txt file. So it will also help you to find out the installation logs. So if you go to that detail.txt file, it's a very big text file. Okay, you cannot go and read each and every line. So you have to search using some keywords like failed, okay, error. These kinds you have to use the keywords and you have to check whether any installation related errors are there or not. Okay, using these files. See here, the last one, detail.txt. Open this one. I mean, here in the notepad. Just opening, guys. Detail.txt file is opening. See, this is how detail.txt file look like. So it's very difficult to read the whole file, very big file. So that's why we don't read the whole file. Simply we'll use Control F, we'll search for failed, error. Okay, these kind of words, keywords will search. If you found anything, so we'll go to that particular line. We have to check top two, I mean like top 10 rows and bottom 10 rows for the particular message, so that you will get a hint what is the problem where exactly. Okay, so based on that you can take action. See, this is how the detail.txt file will be. Okay, so if you see here how much notepad it is, see, so like this you can able to see the installation related errors in summary.txt file. First one, detail.txt file. Second one, what is the third one, guys? Even your application logs. So using these three areas we can able to find out the application related or SQL installation related errors and all, guys. Is it clear? Any questions, doubts? Tomorrow I'll show you, okay, in the event UR, how to open event UR, okay? So the server is slow, right? So generally how to open event UR, in the run you can type event vwr is the shortcut for that. Okay, I'm actually trying to open, it's not responding. What is that? L user, not L user. What is that, guys? Event UR, right? Event VWR. Just type this event VWR and then just hit enter. You'll get the event viewer interface. There you can see the SQL related logs and all. Okay, so using this we can able to get the idea kind of thing. Okay, so where exactly the thing is going on, and most of the errors you can find it in the event viewer application logs only, because this is OS level logs. Log means, guys, writing something. You can say it's a log. Okay, log means it will write something, some information and all. It will help you to track the particular software progress and all. So that's a log. Log means writing. Logging means, what is that logging? It's writing actually. Okay, so this is how it will be, guys. So I'm just trying to open event viewer. It is still taking time. Right. SSMS might take some extra time. That's okay. Tomorrow we'll see. Let it be. We don't get any other interface, guys. Simply once installation is done, it will show you install successful. So that's it. Tomorrow I'll show you. You can even try. So okay, to install SSMS and all, you'll get an idea. Okay, so let it be, no issues. So event viewer and all, I'll show you guys in the next class. So it is still taking a lot of time to complete. So that is the reason. Okay, so first place summary.txt file, second place event viewer. These two files will be there in which folder? Can anyone guess the folder name? .
inside the instance
Bootstrap.
binary set a bootstrap.
Sorry. Yeah, it is still taking
Instance
time.
binary
Hmm. Instance binary.
set a bootstrap folder.
Okay, fine. Right, okay. So that is how in the morning session, in the next session, I'll show you how to open event viewer, how to check the installation related errors and all, you will get an idea. So based on these three things, we can able to identify where exactly the issue is, what is the problem and all. Still, sometimes we cannot get the information. Okay, so we'll use some third-party tools and all to extract the information. So this is how we'll manage the installation, guys. Clear? Any questions, doubts? Okay. Any questions, doubts, guys, so far? Just try to install the SQL Server. Go to your Google Drive, left side shared with me. I have already shared the softwares and videos also till morning session. So you'll get an idea. So just go through it and just try to install. How it's difficult to install by tomorrow morning, but just try it. Okay. Guys, are we good now? Any questions, doubts? If no questions and all, let it be. I don't touch this one. It will take maybe extra time to complete. So after that, nothing will come. It will simply show you restart button. I'll simply restart the server. That's it. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll connect again tomorrow morning 7 a.m. IST, guys. For US people, tonight 9:30 EST. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay, guys. Thank you all. So we'll connect again tomorrow morning 7:30, 7 p.m. 7 a.m. IST. Sorry, tomorrow morning 7 a.m. IST. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you all. Bye. Good night. Good day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.